Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I think this is slow to start up on Facebook and Instagram sometimes. And people say, well, I don't see you for the first couple minutes. So try to get on a little early and let it tee up here a little bit. So you guys that watch it on the rewind, see the whole thing. But when people are waiting to refresh and see if it's on, I guess if you go to your Facebook and then refresh, it'll come up. Excuse me. So says Wendy, who likes to try to be the first one here every day, which she won't today because I can hear the shower going upstairs. So, anyway, good morning, everybody. Just kind of getting going here on a beautiful, sunny Thursday morning, November the 6th. I got to fix my watch. Still got one that you can wind up. Change with the knob. So, good morning, Jubal, Roy Dahl, 9. Love it. Good morning, Aaron Callie over on Instagram. Estera Design and Build. Coffee's good today. Been up since I guess it was 3:40 when the dog woke me up and then tried to get back to sleep and then said, well, looks like world domination is going to start a little bit early today. So I did that, working on my presentations for next week at the Mid-South Pond Retreat with Bubba Hogan. So I'm getting excited about that. A lot of really good Monday is the elite day, VIP day, and Steve and I have got some exciting stuff for that. Tim Catroni is going to be there helping us out. And then Tuesday, Steve's going to open and close. We got all kinds of great stuff in between. Jacob Salem, Tim Catroni again, and the sponsors that are coming are speaking. It's going to be just fantastic. It's going to be fun. So we'll get that link in here again for you guys too. We still got day passes available. So if you want to come hang out, Bubba puts on a great deal. So it's all inclusive. Right now, if you're going to end up crashing on an air mattress or something, or you grab a hotel nearby. You don't have to stay right on site. So if it's something you want to do a quick pivot and join us, we'd love to have you. I see Bubba's on here now. Good morning, my friend. Hopefully you'll keep your $2 today. So good morning, Dave Davis from Denver. You're getting to be a celebrity around here. Alex Redmond is coming in. It's nice to see you guys knocking out your commitments and your accountability posts for the workouts and the things that you've committed to doing, whether it be journaling or anything like that, the treadmill, whatever. Alex, good to see you guys in the gym. Aaron Callie's at 10 today. Just finished a call with Dan Martell. Yeah, I just saw him on live. I'm not sure if you were on his live or whether you had a call with him. So that's pretty cool. He's just a little bit smaller than me. He only had 473 people on the live call. But I think we're hitting 11 right now. So we're going to be an overnight success here in about 30 years. So anyway, yeah, it's good. And I got a Dan Martell quote in my my presentation today, if you will. Catherine Thomas is here checking in with a 9. Good to see you. What is happening, guys? I got a quote I wanted to share with you. It's from one of the note cards that I keep in front of me. The cost of action is not what it will cost you. It's what it has cost you not to take action up to this point. That's the real cost of action. So I would say inaction. Today is a 9 starting today. Love that, Dave. Love it. It's good stuff. You're pouring in. You're being part of the community, reaching out. And, as it is with most things, don't always ask yourself what you can take from it. Ask what you can bring to it. Okay, when you guys shift that focus a little bit, things start to get really interesting. And actually, you end up getting more out of something when you come to it with that mentality. So anyway, good to see all you guys today. Had a busy day yesterday. Got all kinds of stuff done, but prepping for next week, hoping flights go off as planned because, air traffic control is getting a little bit crazy. So hopefully we get from Memphis to Denver, to Dallas to Portland, all that. If not, heck, we'll stick around a while, whatever. It's not a big deal. There are worse things in life. So anyway, yeah, good to see you all on here. Let me get my view straightened around. Appreciate you guys showing up. I mean, it seems like we've had an uptick in attendance this week. I can't help but think that that's due to you guys sharing this out. So let's go for another 10 today. I got 2 yesterday, so it's easy. So if I don't ask for it, I don't get it, right? So 10 shares today. Pop a fist pump in the chat if you're going to share this out, if you enjoy it, and you respect the fact that I show up here every single day at 8 a.m. to pour into you guys and secretly get a little better at my craft, speaking and being on camera and on the microphone and getting uncomfortable and being consistent. So pop a fist pump in the chat if I can count on you for a share after this. Otherwise, I'm taking my ball and going home. Just kidding. Hopefully, Bubba doesn't make me laugh. The cough's getting a little bit better, but I'm telling you, this thing's going kicking and screaming, guys. I figured, a day of prednisone and antibiotic pretty much nuke anything. And boy, I'm on day 3 of that, and still I feel like I could, come off to the side, and I may have to do some hacking and slashing. So anyway, hope you guys are all here. Good to see you. I'll share another quote. Just I saw my note cards here this morning, and I got looking at them. Here's a question for you guys: if in 2 years from now you're still in the same situation, who do you blame? Well, there's a good one, huh? Hit you right between the feels on that. Yeah. Good morning, Bob and friends, says Rachel. Good to see you here. Thanks for the fist pump. Dave Davis is going to share this out too. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, it's fun to see the numbers climb. It's exciting and motivating for me to see more people here, see some new faces, figuratively, new sets of ears. I can recycle through all my crappy dad jokes. Good to see you, Victor Anthony. Welcome. So we're in the middle, in the last third or so of our 10-day series on ways to level up your business habits. Okay, 10 ways to level up your business habits. We do a lot of personal development stuff, and I try to share with you guys lessons from things I've learned in endurance sport and combine them with business and things that ended up going into my book, and just experience from mistakes that I've made over the years. And I hope that guys get something out of it. Aaron says that right there was gold. If you don't ask for it, you don't get it. You're absolutely right, my friend. Hope you share this out. So, guys, I want to talk today about building repeatable wins. Okay, and I was putting one of my presentations together for next week, and this came up in that this morning. And I get excited in the morning because I'm working on one thing, and I'm like, oh, that would be good for this over here, and I'm switching over. All of a sudden, I got 3-4 windows open, 2 versions of Chrome open, one Steve Rosenberg email address Chrome open, and one Bob Turner Chrome open. I'm flipping and sliding and cutting and pasting and hacking and slashing. So I guess the ADD must be in full swing at that time of day or something. But anyway, guys, like I said in the title, winning once is luck. Okay. Winning again and again is a system. Okay. So I want to talk about building repeatable habits today. Oftentimes, most times, people chase the big win. You ever see that, right? But the real professionals will chase the repeatable ones. They'll try to create that system, excuse me, that helps them create that repeatable win. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Day 314 here. Excuse me. 314 in a row. No breaks, no apologies. No, thank you, Rachel. No, I'm sorry, I didn't feel like doing it today. Okay, 2 weeks deep into a serious upper respiratory thing, and we're here. Okay, just repeatable. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Your goal isn't to have one great week. Okay, it's to have a great rhythm that creates more great weeks. Okay, stacking repeatable wins. When I first started coaching, I used to celebrate. A client would have a huge month, get a big win, big sale, big growth, big energy. Yeah, rah, rah, right? But then I'd check back in, 30, 60 days later, or I'd notice over time that they were burning out and dropping back to square one, or defaulting to the habits that maybe they didn't have, that didn't create the first win, right? Mr. Nordheim, good to see you. Check back in and then they're burning out. It's when I realized you don't build confidence from the big wins. Okay. Those are the one-offs, guys. We like them, right? You build it from the repeatable ones. Those are the platform from which you build. Okay. When I trained in endurance sport, I didn't celebrate one great long ride, right? Hey, we went 100 miles today, right? I celebrate the pattern that got me to the starting line. Okay. And when you look up and down that starting line, There isn't anybody there that hasn't dealt with some adversity to get there and that didn't have to stick to it and didn't have to get through the rough days, right? Business is no different. Okay. We want wins that we can repeat week after week until success becomes predictable, frankly, inevitable, right? That's when we know we got caught lightning in a bottle. Think about this. Systems create streaks because once you've documented and delegated, your job is to trust the system, right? Trust it enough to let it run. Don't be in the middle meddling around, screwing around with it. Repeatable wins come from consistency, not creativity. Good morning, Veterans Fishing on Instagram, along with Mike Nunez. Good to see you guys over there. Matt, you're doing some cool things with Matt's gaffs. I saw that hook you put out there this morning. That's cool. You know, I took one look at that. I hadn't seen it was you yet. Took one look and I said, I bet Matt made that. So that's cool. You're already recognizable in that. So very creative. I like it. Yeah, it's not your job's not to trust the system. It is to trust the system enough to let it run. Okay. When you find what works, keep doing it. Like track it, refine it, make it part of the culture. That's how habits turn into horsepower. So many times I've seen this. So many times people become successful by running this certain play, and then they figure they got to reinvent themselves. Oh, I need a fresh look. I need something different. Why not just run the play? Why not just rinse and repeat? It's worked for X amount of times. Yeah, you can tweak it, but don't throw it out and pivot and start something new. If it's working, do it again. Okay. Stack your habits like bricks. Think of every habit from this series, like time management, metrics, meetings, delegation, systems, as a brick. All the things that we've been working on for the past 7 or 8 days. Okay. One brick's not going to build a wall, right? Okay. We can't have flashes of brilliance, right? Okay. But if you stack them daily, you're going to create a fortress of reliability. Okay. Consistency. You guys, like, again, tomorrow morning I'm going to be here at 8 a.m. You can set your clock to it. I'm going to be here. I'll tell you if I'm traveling, right? Consistency, right? And celebrate the progress, not the perfection, right? Every training ride I did, every run I went on wasn't very rarely would there ever be a perfect one, right? But I was like, no, that's part of the process. We check the box in the calendar. We cross the date off. The training's done. The brick is stacked. We grabbed it. There's one more they can't take away from us, so to speak. And I mentioned Dan Martell at the beginning when Aaron Callie was mentioned being on a call with him. One of the things he says is measure the gain, not the gap. Okay. Don't look at the gap, how far someone is out ahead of you. Measure the gain that you're making every day to catch up. Okay. Don't obsess how far you have to go. Look at how far you've come. I'm going to talk about this in Memphis in one of my presentations about, when you've got a long way to go. And I liken it to the run because I try to relate a lot of the things that I've done in endurance sport to business because there's a lot of shared lessons there. 14 miles deep into a marathon in the backside of an Ironman, I'm staring at the 3 feet of pavement in front of me, baby. I'm not looking at the 12.1 mile, 2.1, 12.2 I got to go. Can't do it. Can't wrap my mind around that at that time. I'm going to stare at that 3 feet of pavement right in front of me. And I'm going to own that space. So what's your 3 feet of pavement? Okay. Don't obsess about how far you have to go. Look at how far you've come. Every repeatable win is proof that your system works. Celebrate it, share it, and then scale it. Okay. All right. So I always say your turn for reflection. Just turn it around to you and ask yourself a few questions. What's working right now for me and how could I make it repeatable? How can I repeat what's working now? Sometimes it's just that simple, guys, right? Where am I reinventing the wheel instead of trusting the process? And my coach, Ben Newman, would say, attack the process with aggressive patience. Okay. He's got all kinds of those sayings, right? Attack the process. Don't just sit and trust it. Where am I reinventing the wheel? Or maybe you don't need to. Okay. Heck, if you've been in business 10 years, you're in the top 4% in the world. Whoa. Okay. So even if you feel like you're doing a bunch of things wrong, you're in the top 4%. Okay. What's one small win that I can lock in daily this week? Some of you guys are doing that with the accountability challenge that Steve presented earlier in the week or last week. I can't remember what. No, maybe it was Monday. It was Monday. Yeah. Some of you guys are doing that. Some of you had success. Some of you failed. Good morning, Daniela. Habits into horsepower. Yeah. Good to see you. Some of you failed. Some of you had to rip up your dollar bills, put them in the jar. That was painful, right? But you're right back on the horse the next day doing it again. That's the beautiful thing about life is you can just reset and redo it. Okay. But what one small win could you lock in on a daily basis this week? And just take this simple action today, right? Identify one area of your business where you've had success. I know they're there, guys. We're tough on ourselves, right? You show up here, you want to get better, right? Build a repeatable process around that. Hey, every time I do this, I get that result. I'm just going to build a repeatable process around that. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to teach it to my people in my company, and I'm going to run it again tomorrow. And you'll know when you're successful with it because you'll see someone else running it. And it works. Okay. Good morning, Joe Fry. Good to see you back. Welcome. So, guys, anyone can win once. All right. Leaders create systems that win again and again. So pay attention to what those are so you can repeat those tasks. Jess Novak says, my watch told me to rest today. I said, get behind me, Satan. I love it. Yeah. That reminds me, I was, I don't know what Ironman it was. I was sitting in the finish area. I had a Garmin, and it, you get 10 or 12 hours of life out of one of those things if it's on. And I did a pretty good time that day. And I'm sitting there eating a slice of pizza in the finish area, just out to lunch, so to speak. And my watch vibrated, and I looked, and it said, move. I'm like, dude, I'm not moving. I'm not moving. That was it. Mark Bunker says, I'm sending out quotes this week. Get the F out of my own way. Yeah, Mark, right? How many times have I stood up on this very stool and yelled at you on our coaching call and said, Mark, I said to him one day, well, I love you, Mark, so I know I can share this. I said, Mark, you basically, well, you got to promise not to fire me. I said, Mark, you should have a t-shirt made up that says, I create new and innovative ways to waste my time. Oh, we had a good laugh about that, right? Drop in the comments, guys. Drop a fist pump in the comments. If you got a little nugget out of this, maybe something helpful, made you think about creating those repeatable wins. We're stacking the bricks. We're building the wall one day at a time. I can't get to 365 days in a row of live without doing every single one of them on the way. Can't finish early. Okay. The last brick in the house is day 365, so to speak. Okay. And it's not a goal. It's a standard. You see the stuff behind me. It's a standard. The standard is that I do this every morning at 8, hopefully at 8. The standard is it gets done every day. The goal is to do it at 8. And we pretty much meet that every day. Pop a fist pump in the chat. Roberto Rodriguez. Good to see you, my friend. Always love to see Roberto. Basically, the coolness factor on this live just 10x'd when Roberto showed up. I always tell him he's the coolest cat in the room. Who doesn't love them some Roberto? Yeah, guys, pop a fist pump in the chat if you'll share this out. I'd love to get 10 people to share this today. It's really helping with attendance, and we get some new faces. It's great to see some new folks. Roberto jumping in, Joe Fry, Daniela. If you're here, comment too, because I was talking to my dad yesterday. He says, I'm on every day. And I don't see, if I don't have the Facebook open on my phone, it doesn't sometimes show, who's showing, Fred Dern is watching or Daniela Mendez is watching, whatever. If you comment, I know you're here, I can shout you out and say hello. So, and if you watch it on the replay, just hit, type in replay, repeat, rewind, whatever. Let me know how you're doing today on a scale of 1 to 10. If I see a 3, I'm coming for you. All right. You can expect a DM from me. I want to make sure you guys are all doing well. Lean into the people in the community. Guys, if there are people on here you're not friends with on Facebook, hit them up. You're here for a reason. Yeah, you're here because you want to get better. You're here because you want to start your morning off on a positive note. Have a good time. Usually when Bubba hasn't committed to being nice to me for a week, he's usually busting my chops pretty hard in the chat. So, and saying some comments I have to read before I post. Good morning, Wendy. Dustin Hippensteel coming in from Pensacola, Florida. Good to see you. Yeah, Bubba's even gave me a fist pump today, not a foot pump. Thanks, Victor. I appreciate you sharing it. Guys, I don't usually ask, because I just want to pour in here. But I just ask that you share it out. I like Frisella says, share the show. Thanks, Danielle. Appreciate it. Saw Dave yesterday, so look forward to seeing you sometime soon. Anyway, it won't be long. We'll be going wheels up for Memphis and hitting up Bubba on his Mid-South Pond retreat. Looking forward to that, really pouring into the prep for that. We got the workbook complete. That's going out to the printer this morning, so everybody's going to get a nice workbook to take notes in and do their thing. And Bubba's putting on a pretty good show there. So the aggressive Care Bear, I'll tell you what's up. Bubba will, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Hope things are going well for you, Dustin. I like it when I see Victor on. I see Dustin on. I know we've got both corners of the country tackled. We get some Jubal and Lindy on here heading down, getting New Mexico. We need somebody up in the Oregon area, Wait, no, Dave, where are you? Dave's in Denver. There was somebody else that was jump on from. Kevin Lee would jump on from Seattle area, I think. So, but he has to get up pretty early. Anyway, Bubba Hogan, who else? Best description of Bubba I've ever heard. The aggressive Care Bear. Yeah, for sure. Hopefully this will be the last day of coughing and hacking and slashing and all that. So got a few coaching calls to do today, prep for next week. Hey, Daniela, we got to get on a call today too. So that's great. Never know where I'll be. We got you covered. Yeah, for sure. So guys, share it out. I appreciate it. Make sure that you're pouring into the people around you, and make sure, when I say we are the average of the 5 people we hang around with the most, take a look at who your 5 are and actually ask yourself, am I one of someone's 5? Okay. And if you aren't, then maybe you need to extend yourself and see who you can help. So anyway, it's all about leveling up. I'm going to read you one more of the note cards here, just to leave you with. And a lot of these I stole from Steve. He gave them to me. Let me see. Number 1 role in marketing. Have a hungry crowd. So know your audience, guys. Thanks for your passion, Coach. Appreciate you, Mark. Thank you, Rachel. There's Dave Howard. Better late than never. Yeah. The others you stole from me. Bubba, I got a good stack here. And I got some others that I'm working on too. And I just flip down through them every day, while I'm getting ready to start here. I like the one that, the first one I read. If in 2 years from now you are still in the same situation, who do you blame? Aim small, miss small. Is the pain of staying the same greater than the pain of change? Pick your pain, right? I'm kind of in the change section here. You have to change because what you've been doing is not working, right? Right? Don't keep banging your head against the same wall. Set over and maybe get around it. Hit it from another angle. You just lost another $2. You should have taken that $2 and bought yourself a Monster drink like yesterday. Yeah. All right, one more. Well, this one says, my greater purpose to help others. So I challenge you to do the same. Guys, have a great day today. I got to shoot a couple videos, do a few things, and this sweatshirt is getting to be too much down here. I got to peel that off. I'm writing a lather over here. So, guys, have a great day. Seems like the coughing is subsiding, so hopefully that'll be the end of it today, and tomorrow I'll be able to laugh more and raise hell. So, guys, have a great day. Pop in the chat if you got something out of it. Dave says 2 types of pain and regret, pain and results. Share the show. Guys, share it. I want to see 10 today, okay? Help a brother out. Okay, guys, have a great day. Don't forget, if you're driving down the road and you're wondering, where should I go from here? Just ask yourself, WWBD, what would Bubba do? All right, see you guys. Have a great day.